Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Tonight, we delve back into the abyss of fear, the unknown, the things that go bump in the night, and the things that don't. We're talking about the unexplained, the unexplainable, the things that make you question your sanity, make you want to sleep with the lights on. Tonight, we explore 3 terrifying tales of silent storms. These aren't your typical weather reports, no. These are stories of natural disasters stripped of their voice, their fury silenced, leaving behind an eerie quiet that's more unsettling than any roar of thunder or howl of wind. Buckle up, turn down the lights, and maybe grab a nightlight. You're in for a chilling ride. Imagine a small town nestled in the heartland of America. Picture the sun setting, casting an orange glow over fields of corn, the air thick with the smell of freshly cut grass. The day is winding down and the town is bathed in a golden hue, a perfect end to a peaceful day. It's the epitome of peace, of tranquility. The kind of place where time seems to stand still and the worries of the world feel a million miles away. But something sinister lurks on the horizon. Dark storm clouds gather, casting long shadows over the serene landscape. A swirling vortex of dust and debris, a telltale sign of a tornado, begins to form in the distance. It twists and turns, growing larger and more menacing with each passing second. But something is off. There's no roar, no deafening freight train sound you'd expect. The usual cacophony of a storm is eerily absent, just an unsettling silence. A void where the fury of nature should be. It's as if the world is holding its breath, waiting for the inevitable. The silent tornado, as if cut off from the world by an invisible barrier, glides towards the unsuspecting town. Its silent approach is both mesmerizing and terrifying. Houses begin to shake, trees sway violently, but the only sound is the rustle of leaves, the creak of wood straining against an invisible force. The silence is almost more frightening than the storm itself. A young boy playing in his backyard looks up, a confused expression on his face. He senses something is wrong but can't quite understand what it is. He sees the swirling monstrosity bearing down on him, yet he hears nothing, not even the panicked cries of his parents calling him inside. The silence is surreal, almost dreamlike. The silence is deafening, swallowing even the sounds of his own fear. It's a silence that seems to stretch on forever, amplifying the terror of the moment. The silent tornado rips through the town, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Buildings crumble, trees are uprooted, and lives are shattered in an instant. Homes are reduced to rubble, cars tossed around like toys, yet the only soundtrack to this chaos is the whisper of the wind, carrying with it the dust of shattered lives. The silence is almost mocking, a cruel reminder of what has been lost. Days later, rescue workers search through the debris, their faces grim beneath their masks. They move with a somber determination, knowing the enormity of the task ahead. The silence is still there, heavy and oppressive. It hangs in the air, a constant reminder of the devastation that has occurred. Survivors wander the ruins of their lives, their eyes vacant, haunted by the silent terror that stole their world. They move like ghosts, lost in a landscape that is both familiar and alien. The lack of sound amplifies the horror, making the devastation seem even more unreal, more nightmarish. It's as if the world has been turned upside down and nothing makes sense anymore. The silent tornado becomes a chilling reminder that the most terrifying things in life often approach in silence. Their arrival heralded not by a roar, but by an unsettling quiet that chills you to the bone. It serves as a stark warning of nature's unpredictable fury and the fragility of human existence. Now let's travel to a bustling metropolis, a city that never sleeps, a symphony of human noise and urban chaos. The streets are alive with the constant hum of activity, a testament to the relentless pace of urban life. Skyscrapers pierce the sky, a testament to human ambition, but beneath the concrete and steel, the earth holds its breath. The towering structures stand as symbols of progress. Yet they are also reminders of the delicate balance between human achievement and nature's unpredictable forces. A tremor runs through the city, a subtle vibration that goes unnoticed amidst the urban hum. It's a gentle reminder that the ground beneath us is never truly still, always shifting, always alive. But this is no ordinary tremor. It's the precursor to something far more sinister, something that defies the laws of nature. An eerie disturbance that hints at the chaos to come, a silent warning that the city is about to face an unprecedented challenge. The ground begins to shake, gently at first, then with increasing violence. The tremors grow stronger, more insistent, as if the earth itself is trying to break free from its constraints. Buildings sway, windows rattle, but the sound that should accompany such destruction is absent. The silence is deafening, a stark contrast to the visual chaos unfolding before our eyes. There's no earth-shattering roar, no grinding of tectonic plates, only a terrifying silence. The absence of sound makes the experience even more surreal, as if the city is caught in a nightmarish dream. People stop in the streets, their faces etched with confusion and growing fear. They look around, searching for an explanation, but find none. The silence only heightens their sense of dread. The silence is unnerving, amplifying the tremors that ripple through the city like phantom vibrations. Each silent quake feels like a ghostly presence, an invisible force shaking the very foundations of the city. The very ground beneath their feet is rebelling, yet it does so without a sound. It's as if the earth itself has chosen to mute its voice, leaving the city to face its wrath in eerie silence. The quiet earthquake tightens its grip on the city. The silent force continues to wreak havoc, its power undiminished by the lack of sound. Streets crack and buckle, buildings crumble and fall, but the only sounds are the clatter of falling debris and the panicked gasps of those caught in the silent chaos. The destruction is total yet eerily quiet. A young woman, trapped beneath the rubble of a collapsed building, claws at the concrete, her breath catching in her throat. She struggles to free herself, her movements frantic and desperate. She can hear the frantic shouts of rescuers above, but the sounds seem distant, muffled, as if the silence itself is a barrier. The quiet amplifies her isolation, making her feel even more trapped. The quiet earthquake subsides, leaving behind a scene of utter devastation. The once thriving metropolis is now a landscape of ruin, a testament to the silent force that tore it apart. The once proud city is now a graveyard of shattered glass and twisted metal. The remnants of its former glory lie in ruins, a stark reminder of the power of nature. The silence remains a haunting reminder of the unseen force that tore the city asunder. The quiet aftermath is almost more terrifying than the quake itself, a lingering echo of the disaster. In the aftermath, survivors huddle together, their eyes wide with terror. They cling to each other, seeking comfort in the face of the inexplicable. They have witnessed something truly unsettling, a force of nature stripped of its voice, its power amplified by its silence. The experience has left them shaken, their sense of security shattered. The quiet earthquake becomes a chilling testament to the fact that sometimes the most terrifying sounds are the ones you never hear. The silence speaks volumes, a haunting reminder of the fragility of human existence in the face of nature's silent fury. Chapter 3: The Mute Thunderstorm. Our final journey takes us to a remote cabin nestled deep in the woods, far from the reach of civilization. Rain lashes against the windows, the wind howls outside, creating a symphony of nature's fury that seems almost alive. A lone figure sits inside, illuminated by the flickering light of a kerosene lamp, seeking refuge from the storm raging outside. The lamp's glow casts long, wavering shadows on the walls, but this storm, like the others, holds a dark secret, one that chills the very air around it. As darkness descends, the storm reaches its crescendo, the wind howling louder, the rain falling harder. Lightning splits the sky, illuminating the forest in a blinding flash, turning night into day for a brief moment. But there's no thunder, no deafening clap that should follow, only an unnerving silence that hangs heavy in the air. The mute thunderstorm unleashes its fury, each lightning strike a silent spectre against the black canvas of the night, a ghostly dance of light. The forest floor is bathed in an eerie, flickering light, shadows dancing in a macabre waltz, as if the forest itself is alive and moving. The figure inside the cabin watches, a sense of dread creeping into their heart, the silence more terrifying than any roar of thunder. The animals of the forest, usually seeking shelter from the storm, are strangely absent, as if they have vanished into thin air. It's as if they sense the unnatural silence, the wrongness of this storm, and have fled to safety. The air itself feels heavy, charged with an unseen energy, a palpable tension that makes the skin prickle. The figure ventures onto the porch, drawn by the spectacle, unable to resist the pull of the storm's eerie beauty. The rain has stopped, the wind died down, but the lightning continues its silent assault, relentless and unyielding. It's a mesmerizing, terrifying display, like watching a silent film of the apocalypse, a vision of the end times without sound. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning strikes a nearby tree, splitting it down the middle with a blinding flash. But there's no crack, no explosion of sound, just the eerie silence that follows. The tree simply falls, cleaved in two as if by an invisible blade, the silence amplifying the surreal nature of the event. The silence amplifies the scene's surreal, disturbing quality, making it feel like a dream or a nightmare. The mute thunderstorm continues throughout the night, a relentless barrage of silent lightning, each strike a reminder of nature's power. The figure inside the cabin huddles inside, fear a constant companion, the silence more oppressive than the storm itself. The silence is deafening, a constant reminder that something is terribly wrong, an unnatural stillness that chills the soul. As dawn breaks, the storm finally recedes, leaving behind a trail of smoldering trees and an eerie calm, the aftermath of nature's fury. The silence remains, a haunting echo of the night's events, a reminder of the storm's unnatural power. The mute thunderstorm, a chilling reminder that even in the absence of sound, nature's fury can be both beautiful and terrifying, a silent testament to the power of the natural world. So which of these silent storms chilled you to the bone the most? Was it the silent tornado tearing through towns with an unsettling quiet? Or perhaps the quiet earthquake, its silence amplifying the terror as the world crumbled around it? Or maybe it was the mute thunderstorm, its silent lightning strikes painting a terrifying picture of nature's fury. Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more terrifying tales from the dark corners of your nightmares. Until next time, sleep tight. And remember, sometimes the most terrifying things in life approach in silence.